All right, everyone. Welcome to Arizona Drone. My name is Rich Charpentier, and I've missed out on some drone tutorials over the past couple of weeks, so apologies for that. I'd been on the road, and then allergy season has been beating me down. But here we are once more to talk more about drones and drone flight, and in today's episode, I wanted to tell you about the apps that I personally use, what they're used for. Greg and I did this on, just favorite apps a few weeks ago, but I wanted to get into some more specifics about automated flight and what tools I personally use for automated flight. So I'm going into my little drone tab here. By the way, we are recording from an iPad right now. So it's a little edgy on the details around here, but that's okay. So all right, let's talk favorite apps, go-to apps. So the first row here, we've got Ground Station Pro, and Ground Station Pro is a DJI app that is iPad specific. So if you don't have an iPad, you're not using Ground Station Pro. Now, Ground Station Pro is a pretty interesting automated flight app. I have used it to map areas, to create 3D models. And as you can see here on the side, I have some saved models. So I'm going to just pop that one up. And so each of the models can be a 2D or 3D map. You can also create new flight plans with Ground Station Pro. So you can do a photo map, virtual fenced area, 3D map, a 3D point of interest that you can circle around, or you can do waypoint missions as well. Now, initially, we had started out with some heavy interest in using Ground Station Pro for 3D modeling. We've run into some problems with that, and when I do an in-depth one on Ground Station Pro, we're going to talk about that. So the 3D models have not been perfect with Ground Station Pro. Actually, they've been far from perfect. And the images that we output from Ground Station Pro to create the 3D maps have been less than optimal on Pix 4D and on Drone Deploy as well. So I wasn't super happy with that. So I've kind of shelved Ground Station Pro. While their waypoint missions are interesting, I find that Litchi actually is more powerful for late waypoint missions. So all right, let's hop out of Ground Station Pro here. And let's close all of these up. There we go. So DJI Go 4 app, that's the app that comes with your DJI drones. And you can do some neat things. You can track people, you can do orbits, you can do general flight. But I find that I use DJI Go 4 less and less because what I really use is Litchi. And so we've talked about Litchi here, and it is an incredibly robust program that allows me to do a lot. So this is one of my favorite go-to apps for doing autonomous flight. So you can do waypoint missions, and we've walked through Litchi in some pretty good detail. So you can do the first-person view. You can do waypoints, orbits, panos, focus points, and tracking. And what I find that I use most on Litchi is the waypoint missions, and my saved waypoint missions. You can make some pretty cool ones. So this one I just flew this past weekend, and this is actually a sizable flight. So this is a 6-minute flight, and we had it circle out and making a strange shape out toward Watson Lake and the beautiful Granite Dells, checking out the dam because they've been doing some construction work on the dam, flying back to Pointer Rocks RV Park, and actually showing off the RV park. And I'll make sure to include some of that flight video in this video for you. Finally, I've got Map Pilot by Maps Made Easy. Now, this one has been my go-to program when it comes to doing 3D models now. The missions are awesome. You can do crosshatch missions. You can either do 2-way or 4-way missions. So when it comes to doing 3D modeling, Map Pilot has been my go-to. And I know you're probably saying, hey, what about the Pix 4D app? I still find that the Map Pilot app, with its battery estimation, stopping missions in the middle of the mission to come back and swap out batteries, is so incredibly powerful. And while Pix4D has come closer now, it's still not anywhere near as robust as Map Pilot is. So when I go into Map Pilot here, I can create very unique mission areas. So I can draw out the areas. They don't have to be perfect boxes. We can actually work around the terrain if we're only showing off certain things. So for me personally, I'm finding that Map Pilot is by far my favorite application for doing the 3D maps. And I usually feed the information that I get from Map Pilot into Pix4D anyways, and it works very well. So those are my favorites. We've got Ground Station Pro, which is my least favorite right now. By the way, Ground Station Pro hasn't released any updates for months, so I don't even know if DJI cares about it anymore. The DJI Go 4 app for regular flight, it's perfectly fine, and for doing some little things like orbits and pianos with it and tracking, it is a-okie dokie, but I find that I prefer Litchi. So when we're talking about full flight automation, for me, it is Litchi and Map Pilot from Maps Made Easy. I'd love to hear back from you about what you like. Also, you do see I've got the Pix4D capture on here, so the newest version is on my iPad, but unfortunately I just don't think that it allows the flexibility that Map Pilot does. So in an upcoming episode, we'll go through Ground Station Pro in more depth. We've done that before on here, but that was early on the channel, so I'll make sure to link that. And we will also do some more information on Map Pilot if you're interested in 3D and 2D modeling. And of course, we've already done a lot with Litchi as well. And everybody's familiar with the DJI Go 4 app, so we'll just leave that one there. But so if you find me out in the field doing a flight, most likely I'm going to be running Litchi or Map Pilot. So, and I think that's pretty common for most everybody. Those are the two most powerful flight apps that I have come across in my flying. All right, everyone. Sorry for missing so many Fridays with the tutorials, and we're going to get those back together again. So stay tuned and fly safe. We'll see you on the next episode of AZ Drone.